Welcome to Purity class for March 2022. I do not own the rights to this music. Please have pen and paper to write down the scriptures for today's lesson. To study, the topic is prayerlessness. For the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are open to their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 12. Prayerlessness is when someone quits praying altogether. Someone is preoccupied with the things of the world. We stop depending on God and start depending on self or the world. Prayerlessness starts bit by bit. Most people who do not pray anymore stop praying in bits. They began by skipping a day, then a week that turned into a month, until they stopped altogether. The devil is very cunning. He will not tell you to stop praying completely. Instead, the enemy will tell you there is nothing wrong with not praying the entire day or week. Soon you will find yourself not praying at all. What happens when you do not pray? Drifting away from God. Jesus came to his disciples and found them asleep and said to Peter, "What, could you not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray, lest you enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." And that's Matthew 26, verses 20 to 41. Prayer brings you close to God. Draw near to God and he will draw near to you. And that's James 4, verse 8. Does prayer play a key role in your life? Is prayer an important part of your daily routine? Or is it a hit or miss activity? Do you pray without ceasing? Or is your prayer life an afterthought? If you genuinely wish to receive the abundance that Christ promised you in John chapter 10, verse 10, "I have come that they may have life, and that they may have it more abundantly," you must pray constantly, and you must never underestimate the power of prayer. As you contemplate the quality of your prayer life, here are few things to consider. God hears our prayers and answers them. Jeremiah 29, verses 11 through 12 says, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Then ye shall call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you." God promises that the prayers of righteous men and women can accomplish great things. And that's James 5, verse 16. James 5, verse 16 says, "Confess your faults one to another, and pray one for another, that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much." God invites us to be still and to feel his presence. Psalm 46, verse 10 says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth." So pray. Start praying in the early morning and keep praying until you fall off to sleep at night. Pray about matters great and small, and be watchful for the answers that God most assuredly sends your way. Daily prayer and meditation are a matter of will and habit. The quality of your spiritual life will be in direct proportion to the quality of your prayer life. So instead of turning things over in your mind, turn them over to God in prayer. Instead of worrying about your next decision, Ask God to lead the way. Don't limit your prayers to meals or to bedtime. God is listening. He wants to hear from you. And without question, you need to hear from Him. The end. God bless you, and thank you for joining me today.